Hey everybody, Mark here. Well, we've got the 2021 Yamaha MT-09 to have a look at today. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. So guys, today 2021 Yamaha MT-09, and this is the base model, very kindly loaned to me by the guys at Crescent Yamaha here in Dorset in the south of England. So let's just run through the specifications on this amazing Super Naked. Apologies for the wind, it's blowing a bit of a gale up here today. So this is the base model, which comes in at a very reasonable £9,002. Just as a comparison, the SP, which I have already reviewed, link at the end, comes in at £10,202. This comes with the totally awesome 889cc cross-plane 3 triple Euro 5, so it's up on capacity for this year, providing more torque and more power. It's got a claimed 117 horsepower at 10,000 RPM. 93 newton meters of torque at 7,000 RPM, and this one's been very nicely fitted with an awesome sounding Krapovic aftermarket exhaust, straight through decat, so it sounds absolutely incredible. More of that later on. Got a 14-litre fuel tank on these. These are very good on fuel, around about a good 50 to the gallon UK, or 5 litres per 100 kilometres. £189 kilograms wet weight. Tyres on these, got a 120 on the front, 180 on the rear, 17-inch wheels, and these are running Bridgestone S22. Very good tyre, I've got good experience with these, very good grippy tyres. 825mm seat height on this, moderately tall, nice and narrow at the front. Have a look at me on the bike on the cutscene. I'm 5'7" tall, 30-inch inside leg, and I weigh in at about 75 kilos, just to give you an idea of how I fit on the bike. This one's been fitted with the Yamaha tail tidy, which is really neat. We've got a 6-axis IMU, lean sensitive rider aids, got an up and down quick shifter on this, got 3-mode traction control, slide control, wheelie control and ABS, so a full suite of electronics on this. Full colour TFT, have a look at that later on. As I said, LEDs all round. Love or hate headlight. Got lightweight spin forged wheels on these, which are about 700 grams lighter than the previous model. Got an assist and slipper clutch. Fully adjustable front forks. Preload adjustable rear monoshock up in there. Service intervals on these are very good. Got 6,000 mile oil change service intervals and 24,000 miles for the valves, which is good. So the SP model, for your extra £1,200, comes with cruise control, KYB front forks and the Öhlins rear shock. So we'll talk about that a bit more later on as to what I think is the better value, what I would go for. These come in this nice grey and red, a blue or a black colour scheme. Okay guys, I think we should do the test ride. Right then guys, MT-09 test ride time. So, reasonably easy to flip your leg over. I'm not that tall, 5'7", 30-inch inside leg, and it must admit, it doesn't really feel that heavy at all. It's 189 kilos wet. If you were coming onto this from, say, a 400 or a 500, I think you'd get on well with one of these. I really recommend this bike. It's not too powerful, but it's still super fun, and you know, it's just a nice kind of size and weight, I would say. Quite nice and easy to chuck from side to side. Nice straight wide bars, and then pretty much a nice upright position with a tiny bit of lean forwards. So we just look through all the controls here. We have an assist and slipper clutch, which is non-adjustable for span, your flasher, high and low beam, indicators, horn, hazards, and your mode button up and down. On this side you've got your stop and your kill switch and your start, and your menu button, scroll wheel, which you push as well. So we'll have a little look at this lovely little TFT. You've got your revs along the top there, speed, quick shifter, neutral light, all your warning lights down the side. You've got your traction control modes, and you've got your driving mode, which is your throttle response really, and the mapping. You've got your trip meters, fuel gauge, clock down the bottom, settings, and all that sort of stuff. So very, very small, little, neat little TFT, but all very nice and easy to read. Right, get ready for the symphony. How about that? So it's a 3-cylinder engine with a glorious soundtrack. I think triples are, you know, one of the best sort of configuration engines you can get, because they've got loads of low down pull. They're super powerful in the mid-range, and they scream off at the top, but they've got just lots of character. So right then, here we go. Nice easy into first gear, very light take on that clutch, nice and early, which is nice. So you just can't be not impressed with that engine. As soon as you pull away, very, very smooth. So as soon as you pull away, you've got a huge amount of low end power. So quick shifter, no clutch required, super slick quick shifter, and an auto blipper downshifter works absolutely faultlessly. So let's see how this works in the real world. Not going to go too fast or crazy, just talking about how the bike rides, the suspension, cruising, brakes, all that sort of good stuff. So down blipper, auto blipper, 4, 3, 2, very, very easy. God, doesn't that engine go? Wow. It's got so much bottom end shove without even revving it. So they just work through this bike in the usual way. So the mirrors, oh, they're pretty good. I can just see a little tiny bit of my elbows, about 10%, and the rest is a nice clear view behind. So top marks for the mirrors, no vibrations or anything like that. Riding position on this, I absolutely love it. It's very upright, very comfortable. There is a hint of lean forward on the bars, but not a lot. The wind blast is nicely taking onto my chest, so I'm just leaning against it slightly. Lovely, nice wide tank at the top here. My knees are right into the tank. Legs and feet are up a little bit and back a little bit, but nothing too extreme like a sports bike. All in all, a very natural feeling position, very comfortable, so top marks for that. Right, so it's nice straight bit of road, nothing behind. We'll just try the brakes out. Full front brakes on now. Cool, they're very strong. So not quite your Brembo sort of standard, but all in all, a good solid sort of 8 out of 10. Oh, doesn't that engine bark? It's very, very leery, very leery. Okay, more of the engine later on. So the little TFT, it may be small, but it's perfectly formed, and I can see everything I need to see at a quick glance. So speed, gear, we're doing 60 miles an hour top gear, and we're doing just under 4,000 RPM. So if you wanted to do some relaxed cruising on this bike, it's quite low revving, and apart from the engine sound with the exhaust, it's quite relaxing. You stay there, car. So nice little dash, easy to read, very clear, even in bright sunlight. So the quick shifter, just going to go down the gearbox now. 5 and 4, very easy. 5, 6. So the quick shifter is super slick on the up and the down. Can't really better it, to be honest, so top marks there for the quick shifter. Okay guys, just a quick cheeky 0 to 60 for you. Hang on. There you go. Very, very quick. Just over 3 seconds, I would say. Very, very impressive. So far, very nice riding position. Really good, strong brakes. The suspension, obviously this is the base model, which doesn't sort of have the KYB or the Olins, but you know what, just for everyday riding, everyday fun, I think it's absolutely fine. I've been on this for about an hour now, and can't find really fault with the suspension. I mean, I presume if you know, if you'd really push it around a track, you'd find the limitations of it, but I think for everyday use, it's more than enough. My lord, doesn't it go? Okay, so engine vibrations. Just drop it down to third. We're at 5,000 revs now. 6,000. Yeah, at about 6,000, it's just starting to tingle a little bit through the bars and the pegs, but definitely not in a bad way. It kind of adds to the character of the triple, but for the most part, the engine's very, very smooth. Back brake, it's got a good bit of bite there. That's all good. So good service intervals on these, 6,000 miles. But it's just so engaging to ride, guys, round these bends. You can just hustle it round. It is so much fun. Alright, we'll just try a top gear roll on overtake. Here we go, full throttle. So as you can see, that's in top gear. Gets past very, very easily. So we're just cruising along now, nice open road, doing just over 4,000 revs top gear, and the bike is very, very smooth. No nasty issues with vibes whatsoever, so that's brilliant. Okay, so seat comfort now. Very, very nice actually. When you first sit on it, it doesn't really feel hard. You don't kind of go, oh, this is not nice, but then on the other hand, you don't, it's not super plush, it's just about right. It's nice and supportive. I'm not having any issues with numb bum or anything like that. So seat's nice and roomy. It's narrow at the front, so you can get your legs down easily. So yeah, top marks for the seat. Right, we'll just try some roll-ons now. Third gear, just over 40, wind it open. Yeah, very, very quick through that mid-range. Just drop it down to about 30 mile an hour in top gear. see if it will hold 6th gear at about 30. So there you go, 2,000 revs, top gear, 35, wind it open, 40, there's your 50, and there's your 60, and it carries on going and going. So very, very flexible but exciting engine. We'll try it in town later on just to check for any fueling issues. Right, so we're just coming into a town environment now just to see how the MT-09 copes with a slow speed running. Obviously not its sort of natural habitat, but there's going to come a time when you're going to be going through town, I expect. So here we are, 4th gear, 30 miles an hour, just over 2,000 revs. Well, I've said it before in the other videos, it's almost like witchcraft how perfectly fueled this engine is at these low revs. There's absolutely no hunting or surging backwards and forwards in the throttle. There's no vibrations. It's totally happy at this sort of low speed. It's very easy to throw about, very, very light. Using a clutch, it's all very easy. It's all very light, everything's easy. So I have tried all the D modes out. Obviously 1 is the most sharpest, and 2 is a bit less throttle response, and 3 softer again. But I mean, even in D mode 1, you know, it's all very controlled. It's not snatchy throttle, so all very, very good on the throttle. Going down the gearbox, all very easy. So low speed running now, just feathering the clutch, 10 mile an hour, super easy. Lots and lots of easy low end pull. So 3rd gear now, just under 3,000. Yeah, all the fueling is immaculate. God, look at this lot. So yeah, all in all guys, MT-09 through town is exceptional. Very easy mannered, no problems whatsoever. So if you wanted to do some commuting on it to work, go and do some shopping, it would be absolutely fine. A jack of all trades bike. Alright, catch you in a bit then. But all in all guys, if you want a bike which is lots of fun at a good price, £9,000, definitely give one of these a look. It is so much fun. Down on the auto blipper, 3, 2. Oh, doesn't that engine bark? It's so much fun. Okay guys, so we'll look at the switch gear now. So on the left here, it's all very easy to sort of look at. It's not too much going on with your flashers, high and low beam, mode button, hazard, so it's quite nice on the left there. And on your right, it's all very simple, just your menu and your start and stop switch. Right, nothing behind, we'll just try those front brakes out again. Cool. They're very, very good. Very strong. So we'll talk about the ride quality now. So this is obviously the base model, like I said, standard suspension. Yeah, it's doing a very good job with these bumpy roads. It's not crashing or jarring over any of the bumps. It's a very, very nice ride. Obviously it's a sporty kind of style bike, offering excellent control. It's not wallowy, it's not pogoing. It's not diving too much on the front brake. So yeah, 100% I'd say just for normal riding. If you're wanting the cruise control option, then obviously I would probably go for the SP. Personally myself, I love cruise control and I wouldn't be without it if there's an option. So me personally, I would spend the extra £1,200 and get the cruise control and the added bling of the better suspension. But if cruise isn't an issue for you, I'd probably just get this one. Okay, so we'll just wrap this up in a sec and have a final walk round. But yeah, just to sum up guys, this is a totally fun bike. If you're in the market for a litre super naked, you may want to have a look at this as well, because it's pretty much as much fun as the 1000cc competition, but a lot less money. So yeah, I could highly recommend this. Right, let's have a little final thoughts, shall we? See what it's like into first and then neutral. Very easy to get into neutral. Give you a little look at that lovely little dash. The obligatory sound test. Oh, about as good as you can get. Right, we'll just leave it running just to have a look at the lights on. Nice decent side stand. Show you these lights. So that's low beam. LED indicators and high beam. There you go, MT-09. Right, let's just see what she's like to push around. So, oh, very, very light off the side stand. Oh, wow. Obviously 189 kilos, it's not too bad, is it? So, nice and easy if you had to manoeuvre that in your garage. No problem whatsoever. Let's have a final look round, shall we? So, excellent S22 tyres. Yamaha's tail tidy, which is sharpened up at the back there. Adjustable monoshock up in there. I did have a look under the seat. There's no storage under there whatsoever. Absolutely phenomenal CP3 triple engine. Bags of power. Suspension feels good on this. No issues with that. All the fixtures and fittings. I mean, I suppose they could sort of tidy these pipes up a little bit, but hey ho, it is what it is, isn't it? So as standard, obviously it doesn't come with the Akrapovic. It comes with an underslung exhaust. Don't know if you've seen them, which sort of exits under here. I really like the standard exhaust. It does still sound really good, pops and bangs a bit, but it's kind of all hidden under the bottom there, so it's quite a clever design really. But all in all the fittings, everything looks great on it. Okay guys, so have you got one of these? Are you going to get one of these? What are your thoughts on these awesome Super Nakeds? Post your comments down below please. Give me a like and don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. Catch you again in a week or two for another video review. This is Mark signing off. All the best guys. Bye bye for now.